was October 1962. The world was holding its breath. Above the surface, American warships circled the Atlantic. Below, deep in the darkness of the ocean, a Soviet submarine sat in silence. Its radio was dead. The crew was exhausted, overheated, running low on oxygen. That last message said one thing: war may have already begun. Inside that submarine, one man had the authority to launch a nuclear torpedo, and on that day, he almost used it. Welcome to Shadow Archives. This is the story of the man who saved the world. To understand what happened inside that submarine, we need to go back a few weeks. It's October 1962. The United States has just discovered that the Soviet Union is building nuclear missile sites in Cuba. The submarines had specific orders. If attacked, if radio contact was lost, they were authorized to fire. No further approval from Moscow. One of those submarines was the B-59. And it was in serious trouble. The temperature inside the hull had reached over 40 degrees Celsius. Some crew members had collapsed. U.S. Navy destroyers had located the B-59. They were not meant to destroy it, but nobody knew that. Captain Savitsky was convinced that the explosions were the beginning of an attack. he made a decision. Captain Savitsky ordered the nuclear torpedo to be armed. The captain voted yes. The political officer voted yes. The third man was Vasili Arkhipov. Vasili Arkhipov said no. Who was Vasili Arkhipov? He was a naval officer, quiet, experienced, respected by his crew. A year earlier, Arkhipov had been aboard the K-19, a nuclear submarine that suffered a catastrophic reactor failure. The captain was furious. Every instinct said, launch. Arkhipov refused. He argued, calmly, methodically, that they could not be certain war had begun. The argument went on for what felt like hours. In the end, Captain Savitsky stood down. The B-59 surfaced. The torpedo was never launched, and the world never knew how close it had come. A few days later, the Cuban Missile Crisis was resolved. The Soviet missiles were removed from Cuba. The world exhaled. But for decades, nobody outside a small circle knew what had happened. Arkhipov returned to his career. He died in 1998. It wasn't until 2002 that the story began to surface. A guy called Vasili Arkhipov saved the world. Here's what strikes me about this story. The Cuban Missile Crisis is usually told as a story between Kennedy and Khrushchev. History is full of Archipovs, people who made the quiet, invisible choice. That's what this channel is for. Before you go, if this story moved you, hit the like or dislike button below. Subscribe and unlock the archives. Every video is a file that was never meant to be opened. Drop a comment. What year are you watching, and where in the world are you from? I'll see you in the next one.